Hello and welcome to ThePapare.com. You're on the breakdown where we look back at the week that was in the Dialogue Rugby League, and what a weekend it was. Some outstanding games, some really close ones, and maybe a change in the top of the table as well from last week. Havelocks were looking to end the weekend at the top. Let's see what happened. Our results from last week, let's look at the Army-Police game first. That ended in a 24-all draw. Army could have won it in the last gasp, but the conversion going astray. CRNFC hosted Kandy, one of their best chances to beat their old rivals, but 26 points to 31. They just couldn't get over the line at the last moment. CHNFC and Havelocks, a stunning game, 40 points to 33. CHNFC pulling that off, coming from behind, and Navy winning against Air Force in a close run thing, 18 points to 17. Air Force searching for their second win, not able to get it. Let's look at our games now. We'll look at the CRNFC Kandy game. First at Longdon Place, Kandy travelling down with not a lot of depth on the bench. They had Dhanushka Ranjan coming back from injury, but they clearly missed Bueneko Udangamua as well. And Nigel Rathpalta also playing not entirely fit, not the kind of player he was a couple of years ago. So as a result of that, they were facing a bit of problems with depth. And that was what was exposed later on in that game. But it doesn't matter because they started brilliantly. Within 15 minutes, they had 28 points on the board and CRNFC had only 3. And you don't often ship a bonus point in the first quarter of the game and come back to win that match. And that's exactly what happened to CR. I think they did really well to come back, probably one of their best performances of the year so far, to come back and actually manage to get within one score. But unfortunately for them, it was not going to be enough given the amount of points that they had allowed in the first half. So their defense really needs a big shape up. And once Shehan Pathirana went off for Kandy, they lost their leader, and as a result of that, things really fell on the shoulders of Roshan Veeraratne, who was not the fittest himself. So Kandy's fitness really exposed. I thought they did a number on referee Lawrence Wilkinson, and they really played a lot of injury time and got a lot of breaks which they needed in that game, and that played into their hands with the game slowing down. CRNFC needed to pace that game up a little bit more. They had Janid Dilshan, who was outstanding in the centre, scored a brilliant try as well, but not a lot going on for them outside of that. They need to make sure that their structures are in place. Their third row played well, they have tackled well, their line out seems to be improving, but still not the finished article yet. Probably one of the most talented squads on paper, especially given what Kandy had on their bench and didn't have a lot to offer. So as a result of that, I think CR will be disappointed with the fact that they couldn't get over the line. But Kandy, their experience coming to the fore, one knock on in the end of the game, and a lot of people are blaming individual players, but I think CR really needs to make sure that they don't ship as many points. If you concede as so many points in the first half, there's no way of coming back to win a game regardless of how many players make mistakes. So that was a collective issue for CRNFC, and they have to fix that pretty quickly. Let's look at our CHNFC versus Havelocks game as well, and that game down in at the racecourse. It was supposed to be played under lights, but then eventually played at 4 p.m. and it was quite hot, and Havelocks started really well. Those big forwards led by Dushmanta Priyadarshana, he scored the first try. Then we had Azmir Fajruddin scoring a similar try of a rolling maul as well, and they really attacked that CH line early on in the day and suddenly went into a 19 points to 3 lead. But Samuel Madhuanta kept chipping away with his penalty kicks and also with the conversion that he was putting over. CHNFC managed to score some good tries, one through Hiranta Pereira and then 2 crucial tries as they needed them through Sudham Suryarachi. I thought he was outstanding at the back of the scrum, really managed to take the little breaks that he was given once by Mithun Hapugoda, who lost concentration, and Sudham Suryarachi just took it and went off the mark so quickly that nobody even had a chance to turn around, and that was a really good try that really changed the flow of the game. Adam Gowda again outstanding, unlucky to get a yellow card as a result of an intervention from the assistant referee, but that was something that maybe needs to be looked at when you review the referees' performances as well. But I think in both games, CRNFC and CHNFC versus Havelocks, the Man of the Match award should probably go to Lawrence Wilkinson. We saw 2 really close matches, 1 score in both of those games, but just that 1 yellow card to Adam Gowda, also probably an undeserved yellow card on the recommendation of the match official. But the result was the fact that we saw some fast, open rugby, some high-scoring rugby, and that's the rugby that that people are paying money to see, and that's good to see that the officiating can make such a huge difference and an impact on the positivity of the rugby that we play. So those are the two games that we've looked at. We had Army playing Police as well. That was a very interesting match in Ratmalana as well. 24 points all. Army could have won that in the last cast, but a touchline conversion not going over for them there. But our Police pretty much throwing that game away after going into a good lead.
Live scores දැනගන්න ThePapare.com වෙත පිවිසෙන්න.
Let's look at the Papakura stats now from the weekend gone by at stats.thepapare.com. All the numbers for this Dialogue Rugby League. And let's look at the points table first. We have Kandy, who make a welcome claw back. Welcome for Nittavala fans, of course. Welcome claw back to number 1 on the table, 67 points. Just the 1 point though. The gap was about 3 points earlier on, but now the gap has narrowed to 1 point, with Havelocks coming up to 66 points because they got 2 bonus points despite their loss to CH over the weekend. So CH and FC are getting their 8th win in a row. They have won 9 games so far, and 8 of those have been on the bounce, and they are on 57 points. They have a technical chance to try and make it to either number 1 or number 2 with the mathematics work for them. We have CRNFC, who still held on to the number 4 position as a result of a very good first round that they had. They've come close in the second round, but haven't been able to get over the line in some close matches against Havelocks and against CH. Well, the CH match wasn't close, but against Kandy certainly was a close game. So they have put a little bit of daylight between themselves and Army, who as a result of that draw don't get their full complement of points. So they are on 36, Army in 5th place, and the plate will also be contested by Navy in 6th place on 32, Police 27 points, they are in 7th place, and Air Force with 11 points still searching for that elusive second win. Our top point scorers and try scorers, Dhanushka Ranjan has not scored this weekend, but despite that he remains on 9 tries. Sudham Suryarachi also scored 2 tries this weekend, 2 crucial tries, 2 match-winning tries, I would go as far as saying, and he's on 9 tries as well. Buwaneka Udangamu, a long-term injury for him. He's hurt his groin, and that doesn't look like it's going to be healing anytime soon. So Sri Lanka and Kandy Rugby will be without him for a while, so he won't be adding to his 8-try tally. So Dhanushka Ranjan and Sudham Suryarachi tied on those 9 points, and top point scorers way out in front. Samuel Madhuwantha, another outstanding performance from him, scored tries as well as the penalties and conversions and the touch kicking, an outstanding effort. He's on 170 points. Thiruna Vijay Singh also had a good game against CRNFC, 152 points, and Tarinder Ratwatha coming back off the bench for CR against Kandy. So he's on 115 points. Other players also close and just above the 100-point mark as well. We'll keep tabs on all of them. Let's look at the upcoming fixtures for the last week of the second round of the Dialogue Rugby League. It's not the final week of the Dialogue Rugby League because we have the Super Round coming up. We'll talk about that in a moment. But next week's fixtures, we have CRNFC playing Air Force at Ratmalana. We have CHNFC playing a resurgent Army side. They didn't play so well against Police, but I think they will bounce back against CH, who they beat in the first round. That should be an interesting game, but CH very much the favourites for that game. Kandy versus Havies, that's going to decide the top position and who goes into that second round in position number 1. That's going to be a very, very important game. It's going to be at 6:30 p.m. at Havelock Park. Hope to see a lot of you there. And of course, Navy play Police. That's going to be at 4 p.m. at Valisara as well. So join thepapare.com for all those fixtures. But looking ahead 1 week to the 23rd, when we have our Super Round commencing. So rank 1 will play rank 4. And that's depending on next week's fixtures. So either Kandy or Havelocks will be playing the 4th place CRNFC team. And then we have rank 2 playing 3. So whichever of those teams, Kandy or Havies, finish in 2nd place, they will be playing probably CHNFC, who can't get up to 2nd place before next week. And then we have in the plate competition, we have number 5, that's Army, probably will retain that position. But Navy, if they win and Army lose, Navy could go up to number 5 as well. So number 5 will play number 8. Air Force won't get beyond that 8th position in any time soon. So they will be the number 8th team. They will either play Army or Navy. And then we have rank 7 pluses playing rank 6, and that also will be a battle between either Army or Navy and the police team, which looks like it will finish in 7th place at the end of that round as well. But all those things could change as a result of next weekend's action. So join us live and exclusively for the final round of the 2nd round of the Dialogue Rugby League. Looking ahead to the Super Round, of course. Thanks a lot for joining us on thepapare.com. You're on the breakdown. We'll join you with all the live action.